just one little example. The talk that I gave at the prayer meeting for peace a couple of days ago was prepared 2 weeks ago, well before the president ever commented on myself and on the message of peace that I am promoting. And yet, as it happens, it was looked at as if I was trying to debate again the president, which is not my interest at all. So,
was this a peace mission or a response to political fire? A high-profile visit to Africa is now drawing unexpected global attention, not just for its message of unity, faith, and cultural connection, but for what happened behind the scenes. From Cameroon to Angola, the trip was meant to highlight Africa's diversity, its spiritual strength, and its challenges with inequality. But suddenly, headlines shifted. Comments from the President of the United States sparked a wave of media reactions, speculation, and interpretations, turning the pastoral mission into a political talking point. Was this visit being misrepresented? Or was something bigger unfolding? At the center of it all, a message of peace, interfaith dialogue, and justice now caught in a storm of global commentary. Before we unpack what really happened, grab your snack, settle in, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more sharp, no-nonsense coverage.
Buongiorno, bonjour. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon already. I hope you had a good time in Cameroon. And as you know, of course, we're on our way now to Angola. On the one hand, the visit in Cameroon was very significant because it in many ways represents the heart of Africa in many different ways, both English-speaking and French-speaking, around 250 local languages, ethnies. At the same time, has great wealth and great opportunity, but also the difficulty that we find throughout Africa of many times an unequal distribution of wealth. I was personally very pleased. As you know, we began the trip in Algeria with a theme of St. Augustine, and yesterday at the Catholic University, we had the blessing of that beautiful monument that they had prepared with the map of Africa and St. Augustine at the center. And so in one sense, it expresses part of what this trip is about. And I primarily come to Africa as pastor, as the head of the Catholic Church, to be with, to celebrate with, to encourage and accompany all of the Catholics throughout Africa. And yet there are, of course, other dimensions to the visit. I had a very fine meeting with a group of imams in Cameroon to promote, continue to promote, as we've done in other places already, and as Pope Francis has done during his pontificate, the dialogue, promotion of fraternity through understanding, acceptance, peace building with people of all faiths. At the same time, there's been a certain narrative that has not been accurate in all of its aspects, but because of the political situation created when on the first day of the trip, the President of the United States made some comments about myself. Much of what has been written since then has been more commentary on commentary, trying to interpret what has been said. Just one little example, the talk that I gave at the prayer meeting for peace a couple of days ago was prepared 2 weeks ago, well before the president ever commented on myself and on the message of peace that I am promoting. And yet, as it happens, it was looked at as if I was trying to debate again the president, which is not my interest at all. So we go on the journey, we continue proclaiming the gospel message. The texts of the gospel we've been using through the liturgies give a number of different fantastic, beautiful aspects of what it's about to be Christian, of what it's about to follow Christ, of what it's about to promote fraternity and brotherhood, trusting in the Lord, but also looking for ways to promote justice in our world, promote peace in our world. So with that note, I'm very happy to greet all of you, and thank you for the work that you're doing, and hope that the Lord will continue to bless all of us on this trip. Thank you very much.
Oui, merci beaucoup, Sa Sainteté. On voulait avoir juste un mot de vous en français. Juste un mot de vous en français, comme le Cameroun est bilingue. Je travaille à la télévision nationale camerounaise.
Well, I would just like to thank everyone in Cameroon for the wonderful welcome, the great enthusiasm, the joy of the people was absolutely fantastic. The experience of a faith community, people who really discovered in the shared enthusiasm, if you will, how wonderful it is to experience what it means to be a follower of Jesus Christ and to celebrate our faith together. And that enthusiasm was very much present in Cameroon. I'm very happy to have had the experience and to accompany all of your people during these days.
Thank you. Grazie.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
A major international visit to Africa is gaining attention, not just for its message, but for the unexpected political narrative surrounding it. The trip, which included stops in Algeria and Cameroon, was centered on faith, unity, and engagement with diverse communities. Cameroon, in particular, was highlighted as a powerful symbol of Africa's complexity, with hundreds of languages, rich cultural diversity, and both opportunity and inequality. At its core, the visit was described as a pastoral mission, focused on connecting with Catholic communities, celebrating faith, and encouraging unity. But it also extended beyond religion, including efforts to promote interfaith dialogue, such as meetings with Muslim leaders to strengthen understanding and peace-building across different beliefs. However, the tone of the trip shifted after comments made by the U.S. president early in the visit. Those remarks triggered a wave of media coverage, much of it focused less on the mission itself and more on interpreting a perceived political back and forth. According to the speaker, that narrative is misleading. A key example: a speech delivered during the trip was actually prepared weeks in advance, long before any political comments were made, yet it was widely portrayed as a response. Despite the controversy, the message remains consistent. A call for peace, justice, fraternity, and faith. The visit emphasized the importance of global understanding, the role of religion in promoting unity, and the need to address inequality while building stronger communities. In the end, what was intended as a spiritual journey became something more complex, a reminder of how quickly global narratives can shift when politics enters the conversation. That's all for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.